Now we have the Flash. Now, not going to lie, the Flash is mainly only used for transportation in this game because he's super fast. But he does have one extra ability, which is speed build, I'm going to call it, where if you find some black bricks lying on the ground, well, I mean, that could just be, well, if you find black bricks with red or orange sparks, only the Flash can build that. It's a unique ability only to him, but you don't use it that much, so, yeah. That's why he's more the halfway point than higher up. But he is here because of his speed. Now, Batman's most useless suit is the sensor suit. The sensor suit can only do two things, which is X-ray and turning invisible. Which invisible just makes you turn invisible and you can bypass these little scanners. But, yeah, it's still useless. And definitely the least used Batman suit. But I mean, yeah, it is the first, so, got to give you that for credit. Now we have Hawkman. Hawkman has two abilities. Since he's a hawk, you can probably tell he has flight, and he also has super strength. Now, I didn't know who to rank higher, Hawkman or whoever, Hawkman or Batman's sensor suit, but I went with Hawkman because, I mean, flying is pretty useful. Hopgirl is the exact same as Hawkman, except the reason I placed her higher is because she isn't as godforsaken ugly. Like, just look at Hawkman. It's horrendous. Now, next up on the list is Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is basically just like Robin's ice suit. Has snow, can shoot snowballs. One thing I forgot to mention with the ice suit is that he had little freeze panels, except Mr. Freeze has super strength, which is a very useful ability in this game, considering one of the main characters has it. And, I mean, nothing really else to go on about him, except I don't remember if I did, but the ice suit is actually the only Batman and Robin suit to not have grapple and boomerang. It's the only one. Next up is the magnet suit. The magnet suit is the second Robin suit, and it's a pretty decently used suit, I'd say. It only has one extra ability, which is magnetism. Whenever you see one of these shiny blue objects right here, you use any character with a magnet ability and pull it down. For some reason, it's being annoying here. You can also walk on the shiny blue walls too, which is pretty neat. Following up the magnet suit, we have Robin's hazard suit. Sorry, couldn't speak for a second. But basically, the hazard suit has, the usual Robin abilities, but can also spray water. Well, it can't right now because I'm in water. And also can dive, as you can see right now, as you can see here. It's a pretty, well, both of these are, well, dive is barely used, but the water spray is a semi-used, kind of like the magnet, which makes it directly above. But you do use this more than the magnet suit, so yeah, it's above the magnet suit. Next up is Aquaman. Aquaman has the same exact abilities as Robin in his hazard suit, well, minus the grapple and stuff, grapple and boomerang and stuff. But he has an extra ability, which is super strength. And now him and the hazard suit are basically tied, but the reason I put him higher than the hazard suit is because he's available without a suit, and so he's very, very useful. Next up is Black Canary, and Black Canary only has one ability, which is Sonar, which shatters glass. Is your voice that high pitched? I don't know the origin story of Black Canary. But Sonar is a pretty, it's a goodly used ability because its main user is Batman in his bat suit, which we'll get to later. But this is her only ability. So yeah, moving on. Next up is the Riddler. Now, the reason the Riddler is semi-high on the list, well, I mean, he made this part 4, so should be good, is because, well, he only has one ability, which is a pretty useful ability, which are these little Riddler crates. Normally, they have to open a red brick or a mini kit. As you can see here, I already got the mini kit, but before I started replaying this game, I thought you only used it like once or twice. But no, you actually use it a lot, mainly in free play, obviously. Well, free play as in the open world.